The opening round of the 2026 EKS Northern Senior Championships are taking place tomorrow at Karting North East in Sunderland.
This event will utilise the full 1,200 metre long circuit here at Karting North East, and it will utilise Warden 2025 Sodi SR5 GX390 karts.
Since our last visit in September, the circuit has been extended and widened in multiple sections, and without further ado, we can take you for a lap of the circuit on board with Tom Shipman. So you join us now on the Conrod Straight. This is the super long start-finish straights where you'll be hitting your top speeds in these 390cc Sodi karts and heading into turn 1. There's a flat-out right-hander, you can see a little bit damp on this onboard, then into the left-hander of Brian's bench. You want to get as far over to the left as possible for the dogleg now. Got a late apex for the first part of the dogleg, then a very tight second part of the dogleg. Don't use the exit curb on it, so you can see it is very steep. Now come down into St John's as a borderline flat out left-hander. This is the final piece of circuit that hasn't been modified since our last visit, and now we're onto the new sections of track. So you've got Centre S1 here, it's got a very wide entry now, very steep apex curb as well. Centre S2 as well has been extended outwards, so you're going further wide than you used to go. It's now a tighter corner than previously. That now brings you up into the Dunlop chicane, which has now been opened up slightly. Got steeper curves coming through here too, so make sure to not use any of them. They were steep previously and now they are almost vertical. Now heading down at the back straight, which is not at all straight, into Gaswick's Bend, which has been significantly widened and tightened up at the apex too, and also the runoff area coming out of it has been widened as well, which you can use more. Then coming through the extended horseshoe, which has been smoothed out slightly, again new tarmac coming through here, and then you carry on further around to the left here into this new tight right-hander. So you can see the horseshoe there has been significantly extended compared to previously. You come out of that then and it brings you back onto the Conrod Straight to finish the lap. This event will utilise our traditional 3 12-minute format, which we ran here for the first time back in September, and this format consists of a 9-minute untimed warm-up session, a one-shot qualifying, and then 3 12-minute races with a grid for each race set by your first lap in the previous race. A record 60 drivers have now booked in to this event, which is an absolutely fantastic turnout. Our biggest ever attendance at Warden is the 43 drivers we had at this round last year, so this has obliterated our Warden attendance record, and it's our biggest ever attendance for a northern only round. The list of names racing in this event is near endless, but amongst some of the headline names in the lightweight class is Barry Lakes, who's the returning Northern EKS lightweight champion, and Ollie Smith, who's a 9-time Botmore champion with previous experience from around here in the British University Karting Championship. Christian Hill will be racing in the lightweight class for the first time, having finished second in the junior class 2 weeks ago at Sandown Park, and Ross Honeyman will be making his debut in the series. He's a frontrunner in the British Indoor Karting Championship. John Bolter and Colin Fallon are two fellow Scottish indoor drivers making the trip down to England for this event, and John finished third in the 2024 BIKC National Middleweight Grand Final. The reigning back-to-back English Deaf Karting League champion Jasper Fitzgerald-Wolfe will also be making his series debut in this event, as will his brother Spencer Fitzgerald-Wolfe, whilst Matthew Clark will be returning to the series, having finished 7th in the Northern Lightweight Championship last year and having finished on the podium at this event last year. Tom Fox will be returning to the series and is racing in the full Northern Lightweight Championship this year. He won at Three Sisters last year in Split 1, whilst his teammate John Metcalf finished on the overall podium here last year, and he'll also be returning for the full season. Emma Rabbage finished third in the 2025 Jamie Chadwick Series D-Max Lightweight Championship, and she'll be making her EKS debut at this event, and she'll be joined by fellow Jamie Chadwick Series frontrunner Betta Grinsbone. A record 29 drivers are racing in the heavyweight class, and this field is similarly stacked. Ben Pickard finished on the podium on his EKS debut at Three Sisters last year. He'll be returning now for the full season, and he'll be racing alongside his friend Jockey Wilson, who's also returning for the full season. Sol Gregory meanwhile finished on the podium at Three Sisters last year. He'll be returning for the full Northern Championship, whilst Ash Shivers will be making the trip up north, having finished on the podium at Sandown 2 weeks ago. Colin Marshall meanwhile finished third in the Northern Heavyweight Championship last year, as well as finishing on the podium on our last visit to Warden, and he'll be returning for this event. Whilst Lewis Ashforth had a fantastic visit to Sandown Park 2 weeks ago, finishing in 4th place, and he'll be racing now at his local circuit for this event. Dave Sumner meanwhile made an impressive debut at Tamworth last year, and he'll be racing in this event, as will Freddie Winskill, who's a frontrunner here at Warden, and he had some strong results last year in the EKS. Ian Wilson meanwhile finished 6th in last year's Northern Heavyweight Championship, and he'll be returning for this event, as will James Clare, who finished just behind him last year in 7th. Adam Thompson is an ever-present in this series, and he'll be making the trip up to Warden Law for this event, as will Simon Fulton, who's a frontrunner in Warden Law's Championships. Stuart Roper, Wesley Chung, Chris Shield and Brittany Norfolk will all be making their series debut in this event, and they all have strong local knowledge here at Warden Law. This event has an arrival time of 2:30 p.m. It costs £119 to enter, and bookings remain open via our website linked above. There is one space remaining in the lightweight class, and there are 3 spaces remaining in the heavyweight class. Bookings will also be open upon arrival. If there are spaces remaining at that point in time, you can pay via either cash, card, contactless or bank transfer upon arrival if you wish to do so. We'll see you all tomorrow.